Good morning, everybody. I think we'll call the meeting to order. This has been a little bit of a chaotic morning, but I'm happy to see all of you. It's wonderful to have such good participation. I'm afraid Gillis and Ruth are not here this month, and although they gave me this equipment, I can't make it work. So we're not going to have anything on the screen. So you'll just have to look at each other. Look at me. And for those who are joining us on Zoom, I hope that we can make it, somehow interesting for you, even though we don't have a screen to look at. So happy March, everybody. And we're really happy that you are all here. We didn't have enough tables because we had such great participation for this month's program. So thank you so much to everybody who made a bouquet to art. And of course, when we get to our program part, that's where we will look at all of them closely and hear all about your ideas for your arrangement. A few announcements from me first, and then we'll go to committee reports and other announcements. I had said in the newsletter and in an email that we would have a seed sowing party to get ready for the plant sale in May. And Louise's backyard was available on certain days, and we chose, I think, 3 different days, and all 3 of them, the weather report changed and it was going to be raining, so we postponed. And of course, on some of those days, it didn't actually rain, but we thought it was going to. So we have the stuff for the seed sowing party. And if the weather clears in the next week or 2, we still might have it. We might kind of announce it last minute that, tomorrow it's going to be sunny, we're going to be at Louise's. And anyone is welcome to join us, of course. But otherwise, my thoughts about that are start seeds at home by yourself, or cuttings for the plant sale, or Kate, our flower group guru, had a wonderful idea, which is if you're not a very good propagator, like some of us, then a possibility could be to just buy a 6-pack at your favorite nursery, maybe get some beautiful flowers or herbs or vegetables, and pot them up into orange pots so that by May, they'll be bigger plants and be ready for the plant sale. I think to buy a 6-pack would work really well. So I love that idea. But another idea about the seed starting party is we do have the 4th of July sale to look forward to. So maybe we'll have a seed sowing event in April or May to get ready for 4th of July. So stay tuned if you're interested in that. What we did was buy bags of soil. We have those waiting. Robin has kindly offered to supply a wide variety of seeds, and thinks she also has plenty of little forage pots, but we'll get all the equipment together and figure that out. I think that I'm copying the Cerrito Garden Club on this, but I think it's a good idea to just, propagate together. Okay, let's see. The plant sale coming up May 13th. As you know, we have 2 locations. Tanya's house, which is going to be on the El Cerrito map for the citywide garage sale. So we'll probably be quite a busy location. And then her location on the Arlington also is very popular. And Louise's location in Richmond Annex. And both Tanya and Louise could use volunteers for before the sale to get ready for it, during the sale to sell the plants and talk to the people, and after the sale to clean up everything. So if you haven't volunteered yet and can give just an hour or 2, it would be helpful to either Tanya or Louise. So please think about that. We always need more volunteers for everything. So think about what you want to do and what you have the energy for. Let's have some committee reports, and then I have some more announcements to make. Pam, are you able to give a treasurer report? Sure.
So our treasurer report for the month of March is that we have a balance of $18,388.95. We had expenses in this month, and just to give you an idea, we sent out the charitable contributions, and so 2 of them came back already. We paid the city of El Cerrito for Arbor Day. We had bank charges. We paid for our liability insurance. We had meeting expenses, and then Arlington rental. Arlington rental. So that's where we are. Does anyone have any questions about our finances?
Okay. Thank you for your hard work, Pam. Pam has done incredible extra hours this last week in her treasurer position, because there's a possibility that the Garden Club will act as a fiscal sponsor for the Panhandle Annex Neighborhood Council, which is the neighborhood where Louise, Bernadette, and I all live. And we are applying for a grant from the city of Richmond to plant more native plants and beautify the neighborhood with pollinator gardens. There'll be more about that later, but I had no idea finding out about being a fiscal sponsor was so complicated. So Pam and Robin both have worked really, really hard, and I thank them both for all of their research and work. Bernadette and I will report on the success of the grant that we already got later, so you can expect a neighborhood report and possible slideshow if we can make, the technology work, but not today. Okay, Landry, are you ready for 2 announcements from you? Hey, everybody. Before I get into the excitement of the nominating committee, I want to let you all know that our progress on the May Garden Tour is happening really right along. We now have a community garden, and we have a backyard garden, and the one department where we don't have someone yet is a container garden or patio garden. Oh my God!
I emailed someone and they were supposed to pass the word along to you. That I have a patio garden.
Great.
And a flat container garden.
I will talk to you before. Thank you so much. I love this club, yes? And you see, it's wonderful. Okay, so nominating committee. First, while I have all of your attention, let me really thank Rosemary Blaylock, Bonnie Smith, Clark Wilson, and Marion Kent, who all of you did really brave, scary, and wonderful things to convince people that they could do these jobs and just show up. So, the wonderful thing is it mostly worked. So, let me start with our president this coming year will be co-presidents, Martha and me. We are the co-presidents. Sorry, candidates.
If anybody wants to run against us, speak.
Nominations are
Are open at any time. The first vice president for programs will be Karen Houston, and we're so thrilled to have her take this on. Second vice president for refreshments is another shared position, Kate Steinell and Louise Moises. Thank you both very much. Recording secretary will be Marianne Alvera, who's continuing. And the board meeting, yes, thank you. The board meeting president, the board meeting secretary will be Bonnie McKenzie. The corresponding secretary will be Rosemary Brown. And as you already heard, our treasurer is a shared position as well, Pam Austin and Robin Mitchell. And thank you both. Our historian will be Bonnie Smith, and our parliamentarian, Anna Frankfurt, and thank you very much. So we survived another year, and we're looking forward to the changeover. We're going to have an election in June or April, in April. And in May, okay, in April. Yes, that's next month. And then we're going to install officers at the June lunch event, whatever that ends up being, wherever that ends up being. Thank you.
Thank you, Lindsay, for heading the nominating committee and all the committee members for all that hard work. Louise, do you want to say something about Sundar Shadi? Coming right up.
Good morning, everybody. Happy to have so many people here. Our Sundar Shadi Front Yard Garden Awards is open for those of you who are new. This happens once a year. We nominate front yard gardens in El Cerrito. We're looking at things as if all overall design, uniqueness of design, choice land, does the garden have a theme, curb appeal, drought tolerant, has the lawn been removed? Do the plants invite pollinators? Are there any artwork in the garden? So I brought forms today. If anybody would like them, you can use the form or you can just email me your nomination. So the information is on the form and I'm sitting over there and I encourage people to participate and look at your neighborhoods or go for a drive or a walk in the El Cerrito area. I've already seen a couple of amazing front yard gardens near where I have them. So you never know where you're going to find them, so please be active. And the award are given for 3 front yard gardens, and we give $100, a year's membership to the club, and a lovely sign in the front yard garden that stays for 5 to 6 months. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we nominate this year, and thank you to the people who volunteered to be judges. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Louise. I will just say, during the lockdown, the Sundar Shadi contest was the only garden club activity that we were able to perform. And Louise marvelously kept it going and switched it over to be a curbside event. And we're going to keep that format. It's very jolly, and we had some wonderful gardens. So just look around. Remember, it has to be in the front yard, it has to be visible from the street. and has to be within the El Cerrito city limits and can't be a garden club member. So I'm sorry, we can't nominate each other. Okay, Mallory, do you want to say anything about the plant table today?
We had a lot of contributions today and a lot of sales, so thank you all very much. We still have some darling succulents ready to go home with you. There's a beautiful peace lily over there. And we have a great selection, somebody running some calendars. Those are for free. So check us out during the break. We have some organic garden little metal signs for your garden. Just what you need. Thank you.
Thank you, Mallory. I noticed some really darling St. Patrick's Day presents over there. Thank you, Rosemary. So we're looking for a little gift for someone for St. Patrick's Day. She's got that covered over on the front. Beautiful. Paul, did you want to make an announcement?
I will put out a signing list for the freshman for next year. As you should know, our year starts September to June. So you guys can sign up, I think I'm going to give that board to Kate to take care of. Because the signing board, because I won't be here next month. I was my baby grandson, he's only 6 months. Yeah. So I will not be here next month. But that's all I want to say. But also I want to thank the people who helped me today. Like last time, it was so wonderful. I mean, you guys jump in and demand me to tell them what to do and all that. That is so fantastic. So it was really nice, really. Thank you.
Thanks, Paul, and thanks to everybody who brought them the treats today. It looks very festive. And the Irish team, I'd like to thank Jean Hewitt for bringing all the Irish tea towels and the Irish sayings. You don't have to be Irish to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but those of us who are Irish have a particularly good time. So we love it. Okay, anyone else have an announcement? Clark. Ranger Clark, I should say.
I just wanted to say thanks, coming from the little creatures in the forests, for the trees that grow when we plant them. We have collected in the last 2 meetings $120, which I thought was really wonderful. The effort that this club has put forth for over 50 years is really exemplary. Thousands of trees are growing in forests in California because of the assistance from our club. And then other clubs throughout the state. So thank you. We'll start passing the boxes around. I have never seen anything happen with the boxes that was so exciting as when Cece, that's how I say it, Cece passed them around last time, but she's not here. So if you would help Cece by moving them around to the tables, if another table didn't have it, I would appreciate it. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Clark, for taking care of our Penny Pines program, a wonderful California Garden Club tradition. Joyce.
I have
3 events coming up, please. Saturday of this month, March 25th at noon, my bluegrass band will be playing in Port Costa at a fundraiser for the Port Costa schools. And Port Costa is a tiny little town near Martinez, I guess. Near Crockett. And you can't get lost in Port Costa. It's a tiny little town. And you will hear the music. My band will go first, and we're playing right at noon. So if you would like to come, you might want to go around 11:30 or something like that. And then on Saturday, May 20th, the Berkeley Garden Club is having a garden event with the craft place on Shattuck Avenue, like they did a couple of years ago. No, it's May 6th.
No, it is May 20th. The 6th is the plant sale.
May 20th, it's a Saturday, and there will be several other gardens in the morning, all within walking distance of each other in the Berkeley area. And then my garden will be the only garden open in the afternoon. And they're selling tickets on the Berkeley Garden Club website. So I hope you can all come. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Yes. Yes. You can find it also on the Berkeley website, and they will probably send out an announcement before May. And then in July, the Bay Area Garden Railway Society is having a national convention, and there will be people from all over the world coming to see model trains in people's backyards. And all of the model trains in the backyards of the best gardens in the Bay Area will be open during that week. And it's only like, I think, 25 or 30 bucks to join the club. And it's a lot of fun, that club. We talk about gardens. We have a lot of people who are specialists in gardens and other master gardeners besides myself. It's a really fun club, and if you join the club, you can come to the convention. I don't know what the charge is for the ticket, but my garden will be featured on that. People will be coming from Africa, from Australia, from all over the world. It's a big event, and so you'll meet a lot of your neighbors that you might not even know they had a model train and a miniature garden. So I hope you can come to, yes? Where do you get tickets and what time is it? It is up for a whole week, and it's in the week of July 4th. And it's the group that I mentioned when I was, I think last month and the month before, when I showed pictures of my garden, I talked about the Bay Area Garden Railway Society. It's called Baggers to those of us who go a lot. And I found out about that group from a woman who used to have a garden railway in her garden in Pinole through this club. So I would like to carry on the tradition of inviting all of you to join. I think you've had a wonderful time in the club. It's a fun group of families. It's mostly families. So a lot of training events, it's all men, almost all men. I'm usually there. But this group, because it involves gardens, it's a very equal mix with a lot of families and a lot of really nice people with amazing gardens. So I hope that interests some of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce. I want to say just another thing about the Berkeley Garden Club. The Art in the Garden Day that Joyce is talking about was, the flyer was included with your last newsletter. So we have that flyer, if you look back at your March newsletter, which you got last week. Also, I will say for other garden clubs, that Berkeley Garden Club is having their plant sale on May 6th, and that's with the Arts and Crafts, ACCI is on May 6th in downtown Berkeley. So that also, I think, was in your newsletter, but we like to, advertise other clubs. The Pinole Garden Club also has a plant sale, their annual plant sale on that same Saturday, May 6th. And theirs is at the Pinole Valley Community Church. So I think we like to support other clubs. So that's another thing you can put on your calendar. Coming up, the Master Gardener's Big Tomato Sale. You might have seen ads for that. The Great Tomato Sale in Walnut Creek is April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They also have a Richmond location again, and that one will be at the end of April, April 29th, at the Richmond Civic Center at the library. So the Great Tomato Sale, you should have a lot of different interesting varieties and also other vegetables, not just tomatoes. Annie's Annuals is having a talk on hellebores in Frankfurt this Saturday morning at 10 a.m. So a free talk on hellebores for those who grow them so beautifully. Also bringing back the natives, which we seem to talk about at every meeting. The online tour and the in-person tour are both going on this year. The online tour dates are Saturday and Sunday, April 15th and April 16th. And that'll be, as it implies, online, and also you can watch it later on YouTube or on the Bringing Back the Natives channel or website. And those are really fantastic. You can see so many different gardens without driving anywhere, which is really great. But they also have an in-person tour again this year, Saturday and Sunday, May 6th and 7th, where you can drive around to 20 different gardens each day and see them in person. So bringingbackthenatives.net is the website for that. And also on their website, they are now talking about these kind of wonderful plant pages. I printed these and laminated them, but they're just, pieces of paper with what they consider to be the keystone plants for California natives. And each page has a little description, tells what the sun or shade requirements are, and how many species of butterflies and moths might use that plant as a host plant. These are also on the Bringing Back the Natives website, and I suspect that Robin and I will add it to the newsletter next month. Anyway, if anybody wants to look at these during the break, I just laminated them all so that I would have them with me. I hope everybody reads their newsletter every month, because Robin always puts a whole page or more of interesting online and in-person webinars, classes, sales, Zoom events, all kinds of stuff, kind of all over the local area, and talks about the botanical gardens or the Native Plant Society and what they're doing. There's so much to learn, and we try to keep track of it and plug into it. Before we have a little break, would anyone else like to make an announcement about something else? Oh, I'm so sorry, I should have done this first. We have a new member today. Came as a guest with Kate, but I believe joined. Peggy, would you stand and wave? Welcome, we're so glad to see you. And we also have a couple of members that I don't think have come to meetings before. We have Eileen Natoli, who is going to stand up. Thank you, Eileen. And I think Bonnie Bishop, I think this might be our first in-person meeting with you. Welcome, Bonnie. Bonnie joined at least 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, but as time has gone by.
And I did bring, I was late, I had to get a dentist, but I did bring a bouquet, I'm very interested in. Bouquets to our stocking here today.
Oh, very good. Okay, well, after we do a little break, if there's no more announcements, we will look at all of the bouquets intimately. So thank you all so much.
Yeah, they've already, they don't need to.
You're gonna bring. Bring food. That's a good idea. I can add these things.
Mary Nishida, I'm thinking how I went to high school. And I took your, when did you graduate? 1982. And I took the Hilton class. Unfortunately, I ended up getting carpal tunnel. But I always enjoyed that class so much. And I still have the quilt I made. It was like an apple quilt. There was a picture I had a little house wagging around the school, and I had it come up to the house. But unfortunately, I realized that my friend finally helped me figure out why the driveway didn't line up with the garage of the house. It's like I found it. But anyways, it's really nice to see you. You're only one of the very few teachers I remember because I really enjoyed that class. Citrus 7 years too much. If you have a problem with a student, take care of it.
Don't forget your plan. Beauty, isn't it?
They're growing all wonderful.
They
also get very tall.
Oh, yeah.
So when they first had some,
Right.
well, it's time to get this set up. So evidently, I think Tom has, and, you know, somebody's gonna get the other stuff. No, I've had more than that.
will Sonic take care of everything in home installation?
Yeah, that's right. Yes. So do you want to go over
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
So, Barbara's okay with our.
I think I'm lucky. I'm kind of at the crest of a little hill, so I haven't had problems. But one of my friends over New Year's had tremendous flooding because some storm pipe or something on their neighbor's uphill property road, and they were desperately seeking sandbags.
Did you buy that?
Yes, I did. Did you bring that?
Oh, no, but it's one of my favorite plants. Geez, put it on. You made some sense. Yeah. My experience with this has been keeping it wet. And then it gets bigger and bigger. And you keep seeing it just keeps going. Oh yeah. And when you think it's it is. You just kind of it's amazing.
I started watching Acorn, which is a subscription series. This program starring a woman who was working for MI6, so she was a spy. So she has a fight with her boyfriend.
Anyway.
She decides to go to the wedding of her niece.
Yes.
And the mom doesn't show up the day of the wedding. And it's so preposterous, but it's so fun. So in this first episode, she manages to apprehend some very serious criminals. You know, there were like 4 going after her, and she does all these things, and she's able to get out of that and tie them up, and then wait for the cop hour to come and arrest them.
There's that texture, it's in it's everywhere. I think there's some really very young
Well, if you contribute $60 or more, you can get a passport, and then you can watch some of the programs at any time that you want. I like all the life a lot.
Yeah, that's great.
And then there was a series called The Ocho Morada about a girls' school in Sevilla, and that was great.
No, they have a nice. In most areas in the country, they have one. Yes.
I don't know why.
Oh my God, it's got a nice job here. Lovely.
Well, they're just.
Hi, you guys. I don't know if you're still on there. I realize this is kind of boring for you while we all eat, but I'm going to try when we're looking at the bouquets to art, I'm going to try to have somebody carry the iPad around so that you can see them. But we've also taken photos of them all. And so I hope that will be good. Oh, here's some chat. The sound system. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Bonnie. I see your chat. The computer will be used to show, and actually, I might just give you a preview. Let me see.
Thank you, Martha.
All right. Because I don't know what will happen when we actually start doing it. There's Barbara. Barbara,
Well,
wave
is-
your friend. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, her mouth is full. She says hi. All right. All right. So I'm giving you a little preview. Cat. Right. That's Eileen's. All right. I'm showing them to the Zoom people. Right. So that's Eileen's with the beautiful cat. Landry did this super bloom.
Back up a little, back up. Back up a little, you're too close. Ah, there you go.
I'm going to go closer because I want you to see what this is. So she
Okay,
has
but-
a photo. She has a photo of the super bloom. And then she has this casserole dish full of pieces of paper or shredded things. Anyways, it's very interesting. She'll talk about it, I think. And then here is Joyce's railroad bouquet. I'm just going to go kind of quickly here. And Marilyn Joyce with her little gate and arbor and chair, a little
That's
patio.
so cute.
Cute. Very cute. And then my meager little effort.
Oh, I love the colors. I love the colors.
That is a painting from Morocco of doorway.
Oh, nice.
And then, you know, Marianne Aubert, absolutely beautiful colors in that. I think we'll have some better still photos than this video.
Oh, I know, but it's
Louise,
always good to have it documented on video.
yeah, well, that's what we're trying. Louise, you know, always the overachiever, so fantastic. So she has her wonderful little cat sculpture and then the green carnations or whatever they are.
Oh, I
And
thought
then,
those were cat something or others.
um,
They have a cat name?
yeah, I think they're carnations.
Carnations?
Oh, no, chrysanthemums. They're
Oh,
green
chrysanthemums.
chrysanthemums.
Okay.
Yeah. And then this is also Louise Tea for Two, little tea party. And then this is Tanya's, a
Ooh,
beautiful
colors.
photograph, the
Yes.
photo that she took, and then the gorgeous bouquet. Clark and Lemurl with the cat theme. Let's see, it's a little blurry, I'm sorry.
No, it's beautiful, beautiful. Good job.
Can you see it okay?
Yes, beautiful job.
And then this is Paula. My gosh, Paula
Oh my
Shu.
goodness. Oh, nice.
I'm was so pleasantly surprised that so many people participated.
Absolutely. Oh, that's so
There's
sweet.
Barbara.
Oh,
She's so good about using these big backdrops
right.
that really show things off. And then it was too many for the number of tables, and so we have another table.
Oh my goodness, you guys
I
are
know.
just full. That's
Excuse me, I'm just
beautiful.
showing them to Zoom. Yeah, so this one is another one from Louise with
Mhm.
you know, black horse from Oaxaca, and then the plate
Mm,
and the bouquet. And
the
then
colors.
this is from a new member, Bonnie Bishop.
Oh, cool.
Yes, the third Bonnie.
Yes.
And this is the first meeting she's come to. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, that's gorgeous. And she's participated so nice. That's so nice.
I think she's kind of a professional. That's just amazing.
That's amazing, is right.
And here's your little group.
Oh, you guys look so sweet.
Yeah, everybody's
Aw.
chatting. I'll just show you around.
I saw that Pam's also on Zoom. Where's her computer?
Yeah, her laptop is on her table.
Okay.
So she's not doing anything with it.
No, but I'm just saying, if she could we not look at hers too at the same time?
Is that Bonnie? Yeah, it's Bonnie. Bonnie,
we miss you.
Hi. Oh, I miss you guys. You guys.
Oh, here. Say it this way.
Oh, there you are. Hi. You guys do a fantastic job. Keep up the good work.
Is she working or taking care of children? Well, I haven't seen her in
Yeah.
meetings for a
Yeah.
long time.
Okay. So I'm going to put you guys down and we're going to get started.
Okay.
We'll try to walk around.
Who are you doing that for? It's really nice of you.
Thank you.
Oh, well,
That was
Bonnie
beautiful.
and Robin are both on Zoom.
And also Regina Gilligan. Regina.
She was, but I don't see her now. I think she dropped off.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah, I saw that Regina came on, but she's not on now.
Right. So that's
Right.
Pam, fourth person. That's right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Hi. Yeah, there's some people here that haven't been here before and a new member. So we're pretty happy. Oh, and I'll just show you that. Here are the Irish themed tea towels.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow.
All the way along here. These are all Ireland.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We all have green blood on St. Patty's Day.
That's right. Here's some, yes.
Oh, how
Yeah.
sweet.
So there you go. Okay, I'm going to
Good
restart.
job.
the
Okay.
meeting.
All right. All righty.
Okay. Nice to talk
Thank
to you.
you. Thank you for the
Okay.
tour.
Okay. We'll try to go along while the people are talking too. Let's see. Do it. For crying out loud.
Up a little more.
There you go, in case you didn't know who was talking to you.
If you put your screen down, because you're showing more of the ceiling.
I
Just-
know, but I can't make
No,
my
no,
eyes-
just, oh, it's your iPad, that's, oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Right, sure. Yeah. So you know this. Yeah.
Louise? Louise is right.
Okay, are we ready to look at the piece to art? I know everybody is having a good time chatting, but we're gonna go one by one down the table and look at the arrangements. And if people that made them want to talk about them, Louise is going to MC that process. A little history about Bouquets to Art. I'm sure you all know that it's a big program at the DM Museum every year. And a lot of the samples from past years are online. You can look at them. We've been doing it for, gosh, I think 9 years or so. 10 years. Barbara and her husband Bob started it. And Barbara and Bob were professional flower arranger judges. I've forgotten the exact term, but isn't that right? Judges at flower shows. And so they would go down the table and Bob would say, oh, beautiful use of line and height. And, you know, they see how the art piece and the, you know, twig are, the, you know, it was very, very fun. And Barbara always had wonderful things to say too. Now we're going to just talk about them ourselves and just enjoy them aesthetically without, you know, that kind of professional eye, perhaps. And Louise is going to spearhead it. She doesn't mind. Thank you. And I'm going to follow with my iPad and try to record it.
Okay, well, that'll be an interesting challenge. I just think everybody should give a hand to Barbara Post. For originating this and keeping this project going. And thank you to everybody who brought things to contribute today. It's really a highlight of our year, I believe. So we're going to start at the beginning. And I believe that this is Eileen Vitti, and if Eileen would like to come up and tell us a little bit about her incredible arrangement. I was captivated by her use of line and the tile that reflects the picture. Sorry.
Louise.
This is a watercolor by my friend and associate.
There we go.
Is better. Watercolor by Jennifer White, who's in the Elstree Art Association with me. And from a photo she took in Greece, the title of the painting is Evening Stroll in Stampos. So anyway, this is Chocolate Flex and Magnolia from the garden, and I was pruning away and noticed how the magnolia is kind of brown over the edge. It's actually my neighbor's tree, so but it's on my side. Phew. And then I noticed this lichen for the fir, but I think a good comment is from Dorothy. Dorothy, like, notice the contrast between the soft texture of the cat and the hard state of the patio. And Martha noticed that that was the same as the, this was reflected that, so that's enough. Thank you. Wonderful how these flats reflect the shadow of the cat. She really picked up the lines in the painting. Next, we have Landry with a very unusual entry.
Me too.
So I want to really thank Barbara Host, who brought all of those wonderful calendars, pictures, because this came from a calendar. It would never have occurred to me to try to do this particular design, but I love seeing the picture. It's a California super bloom, which we may have this year. It's not drowned out or snowed out. And so looking at it, I realized when I got this picture home, there was no arrangement I could imagine in with a vase or anything that was going to really work with this. So you will see portable is material underneath the arrangement because I could make hills out of it. Portable is a waste product from England that is wool that's on the floor when they finish spinning, and they just sweep it all up and they kind of mat it together and sell it for use in the garden. And the way that I was using it before this particular project was underneath 4-inch pots and 6-inch and 6 packs. It keeps the snails and slugs from reaching your plants. So it's a really useful plant support. Other than that, it was another way of making bills, and that's what I wanted it for. All the materials are shredded, so you can get a sense of the perspective a little bit. I really wanted California poppies, obviously, that's what's in the picture. There are almost no poppies in bloom yet, so I couldn't do this carpet the way I wanted to do it. But I enjoyed very much experimenting with scissors. Thank you.
How do you spell that word?
Hortible, Hortiwol. And I get it from Garden Supply, that.
Gardener supply.
I think the uniqueness of this piece is you look at it and it's got the flow of the hillside that's in that, in the wonderful bowl that you just made something simple and unique. Thank you, Maggie. I think this is unmistakably Joyce's because it's about railroads.
So this is the Golden Spike, which is in Utah, the Transcontinental Railroad, where the two trains met in 1869. Yes, 1869, May 10th. And it's a big event. And if you haven't been there, it's wonderful. They do reenactments. And we went last summer and had a wonderful time watching the reenactments of the two trains. They have the beautiful restored trains that actually come together and they do a little show about it. It's hilarious and lots of fun. And so I thought I would do this. And the flowers are, this is Magnolia stellata, the white. To me, it looks like popcorn. Because the flowers come out before the leaves. And so the tree is just covered in this popcorn flowers. This is Thymopolia, which is the miniature thyme, and it's got these pretty little red flowers. And this is, it smells like chocolate. And this is Leucadendron. Australian plant, requires almost no water. And it's blooming now, it's covered by front garden, it's just gorgeous. And this is lavender, I brought that with the smell. And I think that's it. So I brought out some of the colors in the poster.
Beautiful.
So thank you.
Beautiful.
Had brought us history along with plants, and that's a great contribution. Now we have Marilyn with a really amazing collection.
Junior high school took my first art history class, and the teacher taught about perspective. And it always sort of stuck with me. So this is called Pink Perspective, and painting narrows back the way perspective. So there's the white picket fence, so to speak, and jasmine flowers, which are just barely trying to bloom, no sun, no flower. And in the back of this is a wrought iron seat. And I happen to have this candle holder at home that is big iron. And the flowers are minimalist, as is the garden. Rosemary, candy tuft, and the jasmine. It's in a basket with a green netting fabric.
Beautiful.
This one has got so many wonderful details. I just love the fact that the chair that's representing the bench that's in the painting. I hope you all have a chance to come and see how everything goes together in this wonderful presentation. Martha, do we have someone who could hold this item while you describe?
Oh, well, could you like to? Thank you very much. Yeah.
This Martha Jackson.
All right, so my piece of art is a little hand-painted scene of Morocco, old Morocco, with arches and doorways in that classic blue and white of that part of the world. And my tenant gave me this after he went to Morocco last year. And I really love it. It's just such a, it was a perfect gift. And I was struggling with doing a bouquet this year because I'm kind of overwhelmed with other things. I didn't want to just point Barbara. So I thought, well, I could do something with blue and white. Okay, so I lived in Scotland in the 70s, and there used to be Woolworths in Britain, and this blue and white striped pattern was absolutely everywhere. Everywhere, everybody had plates and teacups and teapots made with these blue and white stripes. I'm sure you can't get them anymore. And so I had bought this little creamer and some mugs, and the flowers are just carnations. But I thought that not only the blue and white stripes kind of went with the painting, but also the curve of the creamer handle seemed to me to sort of echo the arches in the painting.
This one's so delicate and just such a treasure. I'm so glad you did it, Martha. It's really charming. I'm gonna make it stand up again.
All right.
And now we have Marianne.
Hi, everybody.
Microphone, microphone.
I believe it or not, this beautiful color drawing was given to me in a parking lot for free, and I just love the colors. So I just wanted to find flowers that would be inspired by the colors in the bird, not so much the shape, but the vibrant colors.
Thank you. Another amazing combination of picking out all the colors from her beautiful artwork. Just really reflects every color that's in the artwork. Very nice. This is me, and a friend of mine knew that I love cats and gave me the vase and this goofy sculpture. The flowers are jade tree, which is the only thing that's blooming in my yard right now, and Trader Joe's little chrysanthemums. So this one's called Whimsical Cats. And this is also me. Those of you who've been to my house know that I have a very large collection of lusterware. So this is an example of miniatures in my lusterware collection. And the collection ranges from very large vases to little miniature things. So this is tea for two. And again, the flowers are thank you, Trader Joe's.
Oh, okay, just a minute. I wanted to say about Louise's offerings that the upright chrysanthemums, that perfectly echo the limbs of the cat as he or she is dancing exuberantly. And the funny cat on the vase also just sort of with these chrysanthemums coming out of its head, I think are incredibly darling and whimsical. And the little tea party, I think that little bouquet with the smaller teaware is just a perfect match. Beautifully done, Louise.
All right, Tanya, very dramatic, beautiful presentation.
Thank you so much, and thank you to Barbara for inspiring the artists within us all. Yes, this is a photo that I did of Lake Garden one spring, and of course then it was like I thought my magnolia tree would, I could feature that. Of course, someone could show up, but so I thought, what do I have in the garden still that's pink? So these are all from my garden, and this was the rhizomes that actually grew this year. And I like the boho look or the more natural look and the bouquet, and so I like the jasmine. So I want to thank everybody. And then I also wanted to thank Paula for her inspiration. Paula does things, unimaginable things with the dried sticks and things, so I'm trying to emulate it.
It's really a spectacular display, and I just love the colors and the painting and the artwork and the beautiful picking up of the tones and the flowers. Now we have a cute little one over here, and I believe that is Lamerrill and Clark. It's Clark. Yay! Bob would be very proud of you.
So, let me explain this. We got this wonderful picture of a cat. I love cats. Anybody else like cats? Anyway, it's such a gorgeous cat, and I'm not sure if the artist is on here, but you have to really look carefully because the cat blends in with the fabrics and the wallpaper, etc. And I have a cat. Unfortunately, it's ceramic. It's not good for her to be inhaling cats. But anyway, my cat is here with spring blossoms that she and I collected. And we think it kind of coordinates with the colors. But it was fun pulling them together. Thank you.
Microphone.
Wonderful whimsical kitties. We have 2 representations of kitties. And now we have Paula Shu.
I guess I missed the cat memo. Seems to me we need a separate cat baby one, huh? I'm really happy to do this today because I've been featuring pictures that were painted by my late mother-in-law. And she did beautiful, she liked to copy focus paintings, and those are our favorite colors. So also, it's Halloween, do you know? Anyone else?
Holly, yeah.
It's Halloween, and that's a celebration of color, and so this is really appropriate, I think. So here are spring flowers from my garden. Any of you who bought ranunculus, the pinks are the first things that are blooming, but I have all colors coming up now in really nice plants. I'm going to continue to bring them to you, so.
Nice.
Buy them when they're on the table. The first pink one I've had for 4 years comes back to me. So these things, keep them in our planner because they're like perfect drainage. And I'll keep coming back to them. So, do I need to go through what all is in here? Ranunculus, anemones, so the blue poppies, this is what they look like. They're not really.
Wow.
This is the foliage of the beautiful fire and Alstroemeria, which is really nice to use in arrangements. Here I have just a nice succulent head to bring in the more chartreuse. Chartreuse, my favorite color. Chartreuse Boston fern, which gives a nice airy feeling. This is one of those things you call, what's the French word? It's called throw it in vase. I started out with floral foam and the structured vase and all that, and I was saying to Tanya, if I had more time, I would match the branches perfectly. But no, yeah. So I have a warehouse full of branches. I'm a crazy branch person. I go out after the storm and pick up things that are falling off trees. And if you're serious about arranging them, I would tell you to go do that. Because that would give you nice material that you can also print. So, yeah.
Beautiful way that the upright represent the trees that are in the painting. And the other thing that was noticeable is the lovely drape that makes a great background for the whole arrangement. Can I bring this microphone to Barbara?
Well, sure.
Yeah.
My daughter has a lovely collection of vases, and that's one of them, the gold one. And just enough to hold one beautiful bloom. And it goes with the calendar art, which you know I am a big fan of. Never run out of art if you have a calendar. You think of something good to do with it. So I think that's all.
There's lovely antique look about this. I love the gold base that reflects the sunlight in the painting. It's really a wonderful combination. And the thing that none of us did, which was bring a background, which is another nice addition. So I'm going to go next because I want to save the really special one for last.
Oh, they're all special.
So this is me over here, the setting in black and red. And as I've told several people, my tray and horse came from a trip that I made with my husband to Oaxaca. And it was, the tray has a really interesting story. We went to a restaurant and the waiter invited us to his home. And he happened to be an artist. And we went and met his extended family and they taught him how to make mole. And I eventually bought the tray from him. And then the horse came from the black pottery of Oaxaca, where our village specializes in black pottery. So this is my city in black and red. I want to welcome our conclusion, which I think is quite amazing. Bonnie Bishop, who is our new member, did a really spectacular arrangement.
I'll turn it. I'll turn it so people can see it.
Now, believe it or not, I've never been to the Bouquets and art that maybe this year I'll be there. This is a career knives calendar piece. And because calendars have been mentioned already a few times, I just found it in a little secondhand store. And it says summer bouquets. And this is not summer. So I wasn't able to use flowers from my garden. I had to purchase them, but I learned a lot. I looked up career knives, and I'm sure that the artistic field of the picture is probably familiar to people. But they had their heyday in the second half and early part of the 20th century when middle class, especially on the East Coast, people were wanting art in their homes. Now, a lot of their pictures are historical and political, almost, we would almost see it as cartoon-like at this point, you know, the opening of the railroad and that sort of thing. But they did have flowers, and I was able to find this. And this is a little summary of career knives and the work that they did. Millions of prints and 7,000 different prints. So I tried with regard to the flowers, I love history. I tried with regard to the flowers to reflect the colors because I wasn't going to be able to make it identical, and I realized in the process that that wasn't even really. Got my basket at an estate sale. Got my flowers at Trader Joe's and Orchid Florist. Had a good time using 4 different kinds of lilies, the white, and then this little calla lily, and some aristemaria. And this is probably a poppy of some kind, didn't have those, so I used a tiger lily. And so for the most part, I was just trying to reflect from side to side, coloration, and kind of getting this drop over the basket and that sort of thing. And I was fairly pleased with how it came out at about 6 o'clock this morning.
So that's perspective, it's really spectacular. And I don't want to neglect this delicate presentation over here of cheese.
This just reflects a spring to me. As soon as the daffodils come out, it's like I'm ready for everything to blossom. So, and the tablecloth is from Amsterdam that I picked up several years ago. And so it has the daffodils on it as well. So enjoy.
If you look at it closely, her cloth underneath reflects all the beautiful flowers. And I have to read the messages that she put with it. An Irish blessing. Do not resent growing old. Many are denied the privilege. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Walk beside me and just be my friend. Ending to have those beautiful sayings at the end of our presentation. Thank you so much, everybody who